Hey guys, T-Flop here. I'm here playing around with RetroArch because my playlist folder corrupted. I thought I'd show you a how to set up thumbnails. Now this really can be used for any platform you're using RetroArch with, but I'm doing it on an old iPad. My specialty is getting old equipment to do something. And let's see here. So you can see I've started putting my playlist back together. I've got the 2600, the Atari 7800, and all the thumbnails are loaded. We get to the NES, and let's find something that isn't working. Okay, right there, Stinger by Konami. And I'm going to take a quick note to see how it's titled. Now, the important thing is if you change the title of anything at this point, once you've got it loaded in, you're almost better off just deleting it, retitling it, and then reloading the ROM or the emulator file, and then saving that to your playlist. Because then you just have to rename less things. I just go with whatever it loads the name in as, and then I'm going to take a note. It's Stinger Konami USA. That's pretty common. Now, I don't think I have. We're going to check and see if I have in my thumbnails. So you can find the RetroArch folder on your hard drive. In Android, it's internal storage in your files application. On iOS, it's similar. It's on your files under my iPad. Get into RetroArch. You'll have your games folder, which you should know where it is because you've put your games in there, or you've had them auto downloaded. But if they've auto downloaded, they're probably under something like games. And then you have your thumbnails. And this is where you're going to find your different systems. Box art. So we went thumbnails, NES, box art. I'm going down to the S's. And I don't see Stinger there. So I'm going to do a quick download of the Stinger box art, and I'll be right back. So I've got Stinger open on iPhoto. Now, if you're only in iPhoto and you have nothing else to work with, there's a setting for thumbnails you can use in RetroArch for it to read any format instead of it being just PNG. I usually export in my photo editing program as PNG. And you can download an app that will do that for free. I paid for mine. I use Photomator, but I'm a professional photo editor sometimes. You can you can simply and then at top you'll see there's an options. If you click on options, you can make it most compatible, and that's going to convert it to a JPEG. You're going to have to set RetroArch to read that. It will RetroArch. You can set it to allow all photo types. You're going to scroll down until you get to Save to Files. Click that. You'll want to go to your named titles or your named box art and save it there. And you would be saving it as the game title exactly how it appears. So for this one, it would be Stinger, Konami, and I think it was USA. I'm not sure. I'm not going to save it this way because I use PNGs, not JPEGs, not any other file format, and I like to keep standard. So I'm going to quit out of here, and I'm going to go into Photomator. So now that I have this open in Photomator, I'm going to click on the three dots, click Export. I already have this set up. You can choose between 8-bit and 16-bit, and I selected PNG. I'm sure you can find free programs that do this, but they'll probably make you watch ads. I keep the scale as original because I'm not worried about the size. I click Next. We're going to scroll down to Save to Files. I'm going to make sure we're in the entertainment system and we're saving box art. I'm going to double check the name real fast. It's going to be Stinger Konami USA. And we've saved the box art. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the title screen. I like to use cartridge photos instead of title screens. And that's a little blurry, but I think I'm okay with that because it's going to be smaller. Again, I already have it preset. We're going to save to files. We're going to switch over to thumbnails. And making sure we keep the same capitalization. Type the title. Now when I get back into RetroArch, you'll see that there is still no title. You're going to have to exit out, come back into the playlist, and it should be there. If it isn't there, my best suggestion would be finding the actual file, the ROM in your folders, copying it, minus the .nes in this case, or whatever the name of the file is, copying it and pasting it directly when you save the artwork you want to show up in your thumbnails. As long as you have imported at least one game, and by import I mean to get a playlist going, you would import content, scan the file. That will give you a playlist. As long as you have one, it will create these folders right here. I don't know if it auto creates when you download the core or not, but you'll be able to access your box art and your titles and your snaps. I have them set up just to show box arts and titles. Some people just show box arts. Like I said, I like to show instead of titles. I like to have a photo of the cartridge. You can do whatever you want. Have fun. It is yours to play with. I love playing around with the settings in these things. Be mindful about your save files. If you have anything that you care about, make sure you know where that save file is. Make a backup of it before you start playing around with RetroArch, because you might lose your stuff. I know the more you mess with it, the the more it does different things. And until you learn how everything operates, you're going to want to keep a backup of your save files, or simply not mess around with it. If you've got something good going on, and you won't lose your save files by messing around with thumbnails, as long as you don't change the title of your files. The only thing you want to be changing is the title of your thumbnail to match the file. That's about it for thumbnails. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to start doing some more videos of RetroArch and using it on both a cheap Android device on my phone and a cheap old iPad, which is my 2018 iPad Pro. Okay, see you guys next time. Happy gaming.